Welcome to the Dudefax Podcast. We're four guys who in the past all served in the same youth ministry together. Now, more than 10 years later, 10 years older, but not really 10 years more mature, we felt it was time to join forces once again. So now we create weekly podcasts dealing with pop culture, ministry, and church life, and mixed all throughout is a healthy dose of the humor you would only expect from old youth pastors. So if you love Jesus, the local church, and laughter, you're going to fit right in. We encourage you to sit back, relax, grab an ice cold Dr. Pepper, and enjoy this week's episode of the Dudefax Podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Dudefax.
Welcome.
It's been a bit since we've all been together.
It's been like a month
or
something.
Yeah.
Several weeks.
You guys have grown.
Everybody's gotten a little bigger.
You should see my pickle.
Where is Delicious? We haven't seen him in a while.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Should I go nab him?
Yeah, you should.
I think he should
He
be.
needs to be
a
on
part
this
of this, right?
special
Okay, let me go
episode.
nab my pickle.
It's not a
Already off
Dudefax
to a good
podcast
start.
without Grant's pickle.
Yeah.
Gotta
It's
have
really
that.
not.
Right.
It's really not. There's a whole essence that's missing.
There is.
Yeah. Need the essence of
Delicious isn't here.
this big deal.
There's a certain je ne sais quoi.
There you Oh,
There he is.
he just kind of flopped his pickle down.
That
There he
sounds
is.
like it should be a new flavor of Axe or scent of Axe. Essence
I
of
really
Grant's
missed
pickle.
that smile.
Yeah.
He's always so happy.
He does.
Hey, how you doing?
Told you.
So, Ryan's been in gay Paree.
Yeah, and gay Paree.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I was very gay the whole time. I'm very happy. Had a lot of fun. Just got back.
You were gay the whole time?
I was. Yeah.
I want to nab that as a soundbite.
But no, I just got back. This is like my second full day back in the States, so it's getting used to the time zone difference has been a joy. But I go to get a nice pedicure today, so that was fun. I don't know if in Europe they do a lot of walking. There's not a lot of driving because the cities are very tight. And then the Uber cars I was in, it made sense because it's terrifying to drive in that city. But so did a ton of walking and on a bunch of old like cobblestone streets and stuff. So by the end of that trip, my feet were rough.
Your dogs were barking.
They were, yeah, blisters and soreness and whatever. So Brenda booked us pedicures today.
So did the what do you call them? Pedicurist or
I guess so.
pedicure
Pedos?
tech?
Is it pedos?
Feet tech.
Did they yell at you?
No, they were
Pedos?
very nice. Yeah, they're it's a place that I've been to with Brenda before, and they're actually really nice. And so now I feel like real like moisturized and oiled up. So.
Were they of a different?
I love being moisturized and oiled up.
Oh yeah.
Were they of a different language? Awesome. They were?
Yeah.
Did they talk in a different language and laugh while you were there
No,
to each other?
not this time.
Okay.
Usually,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm
I
used to
figured
it.
with
It's
your
fine.
feet and the condition they were in, there may have been.
Well, so I had multiple blisters. I wish I got a picture of it, but on one of my pinky toes, I had a blister that was bigger than the toe itself.
Oh, wow.
That
That's
popped
impressive.
one day while we were walking around Paris, and by the end of the trip, it was just like a flab of loose skin flapping there.
Did you
So they
dip
cut all
it
that
in
off
the
today.
sin? Just to
No,
rinse it off.
To get mercy.
I tried to avoid some infections while I was there.
See, I was imagining that maybe you wore like flip flops or Birkenstocks, and the Parisians just like roasted you so bad that you got back and said, I need to do something with my life. Change these doggies.
No,
Well, we're glad you're back.
yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. Jeff, you were in gay Chicago.
Yeah, I
Hey.
was in Chicago for about 3 days, and then I was in Colorado for like 7 days. So, yeah, just touring America.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been
sounds
fun. Did a little fun Brooks thing in Chicago, which was
Ooh.
awesome.
Yeah,
Got to try some new gear, hang out with a bunch of other crazy Brooks runners.
very nice.
Runfluencers.
So yep, Runfluencers.
Is that the technical name for it?
I guess.
Runfluencers?
I don't know. See, I thought they brought us there to teach us about the new gear so we get excited about it. They just brought us there to make content. And I was like, I don't feel like making content. I just want to run around Chicago. So, but it was cool. I mean, they paid for all of it except for the travel, but the food, the hotel, all that good stuff.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome. Dude. And then had to go out to Colorado for work, but it was a pretty easy week. Got to tour through the Gardens of the Gods and do some hiking. Nice. All that cool stuff. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Cool. Grant, you were, I'm not going to call it gay. I don't think all of that happened. Hello! Yeah. So how are things up your way?
They're good. Busy. Life is full. It's just a lot of ministry.
Yeah.
I always like to think the summer is like a good chance to reset before the fall schedule resumes, but it's always a lot more full than anticipated. Just life's happening for a lot of people at the church right now. And the ministry of presence.
It does keep you busy.
Fun. Yeah.
I've been dealing with a lot of stuff with my mom, and Grant, she has Alzheimer's. I wasn't sure if you're aware. She has actually moved in with my brother for the time being, and we're working through all of her stuff, getting her place sold. We're working on building a little addition here to our house that she'll come and live in, and that's going on this fall. So a lot happening. So as you can tell, we are people with things to do because we're important.
That's exactly why. Very important.
And that leads to, we actually have a very big, these aren't dollops. This is like a steaming pile from Jurassic Park type of announcement for you.
Yeah. Dave, you're really going to want to listen.
Yeah.
And sit down for this.
Yeah. Park the truck. Turn it up. Do we need a drum roll?
Oh, yeah. I forgot the drum roll. Sorry.
Who wants the honors of saying that we're stopping the Dudefax?
It's the
I
end
will.
of the Dudefax.
Oh, wait.
I think Delicious should do it.
Okay, let Delicious do it. Okay, fine.
Ryan's pregnant.
And I'm keeping it.
Is it Bill's baby? Is Bill the daddy?
No comment, but
I would just say this is a big deal.
It is. Yeah.
it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are we're killing the cast.
You're killing me?
Killing the cast. No, kinda. We're going to take a break.
Yeah. So I guess we could say this is the end of the Dudefax for a few months.
A few months.
Yeah.
Not forever.
Not forever, no.
Not forever, but for a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking a break.
Yeah, everybody's really busy and a lot of things happening. And we started talking with each other just about different work schedules and things happening in life. And we're realizing it was going to be hard to be consistent. But the main thing is we want to make sure that we have the time to create good content and really be prepared to let you behind the scenes. I mean, there's several weeks where we're trying to figure it out the day of. And we don't think that's fair to you. And we definitely want to make sure we're doing better. So we're going to take a few months to redream a little bit, think through what we really want the podcast to look like, and how we can do it in the best way possible to honor the Lord in it, because that's really our end purpose. And Scripture teaches us to do everything for His glory, and we want to make sure that we're able to do that, and it's not just a seat of our pants kind of thing. So we need some time to break, and we do ask that you be praying for us in that during that time, especially if you want it to come back. Some of you might be thinking, "Hallelujah,
yeah, finally."
Man, what took them so long?
To which I want to say, why have you still been listening?
Why are you still listening at this point?
Some people just love a train wreck.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, and I'm just thinking, what's wrong with the seat of my pants? I kind of like it.
will.
You can fly by them.
I will say this disclaimer, though. If there is a listener out there who is a multimillionaire and just wants to make like a $10 million donation to the Dudefax to where maybe one or all of us could quit our jobs and do this full time, we will stay on air.
Yeah.
I volunteer as tribute. So
I'll sacrifice everything else in my life.
I'll fly to Clarksville and watch Jeff quit his job. I'm so curious to see how that would work.
yeah. Unfortunately, my job, it'd be like a year before I could quit.
Hey, I'm quitting in a year.
Yeah, right. It's a really long notice period.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
But I would stay up late
Christian
nights to
comedy podcast.
do this. If
Basically
we
working
had
2
a
jobs.
multi-million-dollar donor.
Yeah. So that's all we need, honestly.
Donor.
If you want this to keep, if you want this to keep going,
That's right.
10 million's not that much when you consider.
Yeah, maybe we need more.
Yeah,
Maybe 50 million.
at least 10
What?
each.
Yeah.
That's like $1 an hour.
So we don't really even know what the rest of the podcast is going to be tonight.
Yeah.
We had no plan coming into this. In fact, I was telling people before I came over here that we have no plan. We're just going to wing it.
Yeah.
And so in the vein of winging it, I was driving on the way here and I passed Whataburger and I saw a sign, new Nashville hot wings. So since we're winging it, I'm going to share some Nashville hot wings.
All the way from Nashville?
And they just gave me a big thing of napkins.
That would actually be hilarious if it was just a bag of napkins.
Well, they might want that to be for the aftermath.
So I'm currently drinking the Oreo Coke
Oh,
syrup,
yeah.
and it's not bad. It's not bad.
Have you tried the Coke Oreos, though?
I'm the opening sound.
Yes, and those are delicious.
Did you know about the surprise
What?
All right, so you
with the
smell.
Oreos? Did you know the surprise
Some
about them?
spice.
What's the surprise with the Oreo?
Did you not notice?
That's why
It
there's
has
so many
Pop
napkins.
Rocks in them.
Oh yeah. I was noticing
Yeah.
that there was a
There you go.
Yeah, take
a whiff.
a wing or two.
Oh,
Smell
yeah.
that,
I guess
Grant.
I should have grabbed one.
smell that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Turn on the smell-o-vision. Or
Vancouver's
smell
not as close as Clarksville is to
Ears.
Nashville. Okay.
All right. So it's going to plop.
Clarksville's little brother
So-
Nashville.
Speaking of fried chicken, when I was in Paris, they have a couple of American restaurants.
No, don't think of Paris.
Serving idiot cheese.
So they have McDonald's, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. They have McDonald's. They got Burger King. They have Five Guys, which was actually really interesting. And they have KFC. I did not eat at any of those while I was
good for
there.
you.
But they do have this restaurant that I almost ate at. It's called Euro Fried Chicken. And I really was curious what Euro Fried
Was
Chicken
it EFC?
No.
Yeah, was it
That would have been funny.
EURO? Euro?
Yeah,
Okay.
EURO.
I would just storm in and they'd say, no, Euro fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's not
Got a little
bad.
kick in the throat. That's a lot of sauce.
I like a good kick in the throat.
Do you
It's
guys
not
watch that
quite-
Jolly channel?
It's not quite oily as a Nashville fried chicken usually is.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I mean,
if it compares with.
So I don't know if you've ever eaten like Prince's or
Yeah.
Hattie B's
no,
or something like
it's
that.
probably not
That
like
stuff is
real.
like, it's like drenched in like spicy oil. That's how they
This
make it
is-
spicy.
This is Texas fast food, Nashville hot chicken.
You have Whataburger in Clarksville? It just dawned on me.
Yeah, we have 4 of them now.
Yeah, too many.
Really?
Well,
Huh.
sorry, Josh. I'm getting wing sauce like on the microphone.
Hit your microphone.
That's gonna eat more of those.
I'm okay right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But
not bad for winging it.
speaking of Whataburger, I did see. So Jeff, you made the claim while you were in Colorado, I assume, on social media that In-N-Out is the best fast food burger.
Oh my goodness. I think it is.
Yeah.
I I've had In-N-Out twice this year when I was out in California in March and Colorado last week. And I've always known I liked it. And I don't know. I took a bite of that burger and I was like, I think this is the best fast food burger. Now, the fries are okay. Fries aren't like my favorite.
Not great.
They're okay. But the burger, outstanding.
What kind of patty are we talking about? Is it thin like a Whataburger?
Cow.
They're like smash burger patties, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like super thin. Even
They're
thinner.
thinner.
But definitely get the double burger. Like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's the best burger there, I think.
I need to go to the West Coast and try In-N-Out because the only one
Come
that
on.
I had was in North Texas and it was disappointing. But I think it was because of where it's located, not because In-N-Out's actually not that great. So I need to do
Hey, Anthony
that
Bourdain,
compare.
he's known for his taste and his kind of he's kind of a classy guy. And his favorite fast food was In-N-Out.
Wow.
He
He's
also
pretty well documented for that.
has eaten some just straight junk over the years.
Was after eating a giant grasshopper.
This burger's not bad.
I think that's more that
But,
Anthony Zimmern guy.
Oh yeah. I did so I texted you guys this when it happened, but I had a layover on the way to Paris and on
Dude,
the way
we have
back
children
to Boston.
listeners.
It's a French layover.
So we were in Boston for like on the way there we had like a 4-hour layover. On the way back we had like a 6-hour layover. I hope that shows on the recording.
People can
I think
see
so.
that our screen says Ryan is pregnant.
But so while I
After
was
that
at the
layover, are you
Boston Logan
surprised?
Airport, they have a Wahlburgers, and I knew that the restaurant Wahlburgers existed, which is Mark Wahlberg's family's burger restaurant. Had never tried one because I'm pretty sure they're only located in like the Boston area currently. But so I was like, oh, let's try that while we're there. And I tried it. It was the most unsatisfying burger experience I've ever had, including like, Hardee's or Burger King.
Kind of like right up there with his acting.
Oh yeah.
Just the fact that he has an extra nipple, for some reason, that makes me not want to eat any beef from his company. Kind of grosses
Sounds
me
right.
out.
Well, on the menu, they had like different burgers that were like one was like Donnie's burger, which I think may have been the one I got, or maybe mine was just called like a barbecue burger or something like that. I don't know. But they had one that was like Mark's burger of choice, and it was an Impossible burger. And I was like, oh, of course, he's
That's
trying to
lame.
like stay trim and muscled up. That's super lame.
It's not a Catholic burger.
No, it's not.
It's too bad.
But yeah, so with Nashville getting it In-N-Out, I think Wahlburgers is the one burger restaurant I found that Nashville needs to just let that
Act.
pass by.
Stay away from it.
Yeah,
I got to tell you,
fine.
one of the best burgers I've ever had is from a. It's called Way Back Burgers, and it's in. I think there's a few of them, but this one is in the Walmart in Shelbyville. So you would like. There's no way.
You got to go
It's-
way in the back.
It's delicious. It's delicious. We started calling it Waymaker Burger after the song
Oh, okay.
because they were gloriously delicious. So
Miracle workers.
Waymaker Burgers. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're good. They're really good.
It was a miracle worker.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did they
It's
promise to make
almost-
it?
It's really soft bread and it's kind of steamed like a crystal burger would be,
Okay.
and so everything's kind of melded together. And it's
Less chewing.
It's right. You just drink it down. Honestly. But those are good.
So there was a way back burger in New York, but I don't know if it was a chain or not. But it was really good. I remember it looked like a chain, but I've never seen anywhere else.
Yeah, that's
So
the
I
only place I've seen it, but
Hmm.
I've heard. I don't know if they had something there. Yeah, they maybe had something on the wall that was talking about the franchise or something. But that's the only one I've seen. I tell you, for Shelbyville, it was decent.
It's very tasty.
May have been horse meat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some good stuff, baby.
Good old horse meat burger.
Yeah, my nose is starting to run a little
I
bit
know,
from
I'm
these
having
that
Nashville wings.
A little too spicy.
Yeah, that's good
Oh.
stuff.
Oh, speaking of food experiences, so when I was in Paris, I the first night we were there, we went to this restaurant that serves like traditional like French cuisine.
Baguettes
And that no, like more like had like steak and frites and I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff they had.
palm fronds.
I don't know, like snails, escargot, like
Ooh,
different things like that are
French
just like
fries.
did you have that?
typical. Yeah, except they just call them fries there, not French fries. I did have escargot, but not there. I had it another night at a different restaurant. And
How
it was
was it?
actually
Steak
really good.
frites.
It's very, very similar to like oysters or mussels or something like that. It was delicious, and it was like in like this like spiced like garlic butter sauce that I then dipped my bread in after I ate the.
Was it as good as the fish eyeball?
I think the fish eyeball had a little less flavor,
Oh, okay.
so this one was actually a little better. Maybe if they put the fish eyeball on some like butter and garlic, it'd probably be pretty good.
Ryan ate a fish eyeball in China. We were there.
Supposedly, it's like good luck.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very nice.
How's
but,
that turned out for you?
I don't know. It depends on the day.
I mean, things are pretty good.
Ask me
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay.
He got a foot massage today.
I did. It felt good with like an orange like sugar scrub. Felt good.
This is the entire
Citrusy.
podcast.
Yeah.
But
Ryan's pedicure.
anyways, so the first night we eat at this place that makes like traditional, all the traditional like French cuisine favorites, and one thing they had on there is this dish called andouillette. So if you've ever heard of like andouille sausage, I was thinking it was something like that. Whatever. It's like, okay, it's probably sausage with some like fries and a little salad or whatever. And I order it. And when I order it, they basically were like, "Oh no, like you don't want this. Like it's really bad." And they're telling, I'm there with Thomas Murphy, and he's translating for me because the waiter doesn't speak very good English.
Oh, Thomas was
And,
there with you?
Yeah, he was. Well, he's been living there, so I went and visited him before he moved
That's where he's
on.
been.
But so he's translating for me, and they're basically like, "Oh, this is really, it's got a really strong odor, and a lot of Americans don't like it. I think it's really popular. French people love it, but I said Americans usually don't like it." And I'm like, "Well, it can't be that bad. It's whatever." And I really didn't. I couldn't read the menu, so I didn't know what all was in it. They said something about like kidney or something.
Sounds tasty.
And what Thomas was translating, but like as far as fully what's in it, I didn't really know. But I order it, and then when another guy brings it out, and he is like, also like, did somebody warn him that like this is like really pungent and really stinky? And so it gets out, and I'm like, no, I'm here to try new experiences, whatever, bring it on. And they bring it out, and I smell it, and it smells delightful. It smells like a great like seasoned like sausage or meat, whatever. And it's got fries on the side. And
Did you tell him I am the soda sommelier of the Dudefax
I should have said that. I've been like, it can't be any worse than things I've drank on a live podcast.
That's what I was saying. I was going to ask you, like, how did it compare to the ranch dressing soda? But
No, so much better.
I figure that's the standard from now on.
The ranch dressing soda is one of the grossest things I've ever put in my mouth, including the fermented bean curd that I ate at one point in time.
Get in my belly.
So I get it and I eat it, and it's delicious. And really what it is, it's just like a coarse sausage. So it's like sausage, but like everything's kind of like rough chopped. It's not like put through a meat grinder or anything. And they stuff it into
Grinder.
like traditional sausage. So that, I guess that's what they were saying, like the smell is from. But honestly, it didn't smell weird or anything to me. I ate the whole thing like a champ. It's delicious. It had like Dijon mustard on the side. I like smeared that on top. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, they were kind of like, oh, like the guy at the end. He was like really happy that I liked it. And Thomas was like, oh yeah, he like, he braved through it. And the guy was like, no, like we love it. It's like it's Americans who don't like it. And I'm like, well, not this American. I thought it was wonderful.
It is delicious.
Oh yeah.
I love that when Americans go out of the country, it's almost like we try to prove like we're not Americans. Like, no. Like, I'm one of you. No, I hate America too. No, I can eat. I could hang.
Honestly, it really was more like a sense. I was like, that I'm from the South, and I have eaten chitlins before on purpose, knowing what they are. and like them. So I don't think they could really throw much at me that would deter me from eating it.
Yeah.
It was a great culinary experience, though. I loved it.
Good times.
Good times. It's great.
Did you go up the Eiffel Tower?
No, we took a picture from like 2 or 3 bridges away from it. I was like, that's as close as I need to get to the Eiffel Tower.
Very
Fine.
good.
No. Went to the catacombs, though. That was actually a really cool experience.
That's cool.
Did you steal any bones?
Very fun place. Good vibes.
Awesome.
Nice and cheery.
I met an American Olympian when I was in Chicago.
Oh.
Who was at the Paris Olympics. She did not fare very well, but she at least was there competing for Team USA. That was pretty cool.
And she like one of the Brooks.
Yep, she's a Brooks sponsored athlete. Shari Hawkins is her name. She was actually very, very funny. But she does the heptathlon, so it does like the 6 events or whatever. And she
she's bad at 4 things.
Well, so she's really good at the high jump, and apparently she faulted, which she normally never does, and was frustrated.
Well, apparently
and she was
not.
telling us the story, but she said, "Yeah, I was so disappointed, but then I just decided, you know what? I'm here. I'm just going to be the best version of me I can be," and just went out there and said she went out there and
5 left.
but no, like it was actually pretty inspiring. She said she went out there and just like encouraged the heck out of her teammates. She was just like kept a cheery face and was rooting them on, and one of the athletes said, you did terrible, but yet you're the one with the biggest smile here. And they're like, how in the world are you doing that? And so I thought that was pretty cool that she kept a good attitude through all that.
And it shows the power of a positive attitude.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Absolutely. But
Which
PMA, right?
You listeners to have over the next few months.
That's right. When you don't hear us.
That's right. A positive attitude.
David.
A positive mental attitude. PMA.
I don't want to hear any negativity on
I got a feeling we're going to
Facebook
hear
Messenger.
from David.
Yeah, he's probably going to cuss.
Probably about noon on Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised to see in a local news story in Clarksville of a UPS driver kidnapping 3 guys and forcing them to talk in the back of his delivery truck
while he circles the roundabout.
So,
you drink a soda.
Here is Buc-ee's is coming after all.
It is,
just not to Clarksville, to Oak Grove,
which is where it was originally going to come before the Hopkinsville mayor shot it down and then got yelled at by the Kentucky governor.
It actually
now,
makes
where is Oak Grove?
Sense because there's a lot more room over there on the Kentucky side.
There is,
where that exit is located.
There's almost nothing in Oak Grove.
Yeah.
Except a really bad casino.
Yep. So now Oak Grove has no schools, but they have a casino, a strip club, and now they're getting a Buc-ee's. Man. So congratulations, people of Oak Grove. You have the essentials. And a Walmart.
Hey,
everything you need.
Yeah. That's boosting that economy.
That's the 4 commercial groups that you need.
And if somebody living in Oak Grove is listening and wants to go apply for Buc-ee's, you get almost 6-figure salary there working as a manager. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. They have it posted outside.
People are going to leave the casino and go over to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, they make some money.
They probably should. Better food.
Why?
Well, their bathroom crew makes what, $20, $25 an hour?
Yeah, they better.
And they get to hang out in the bathroom.
Which
it's
are
a
awesome.
plus,
And then break time, you go get your sandwich.
You get a brisket sandwich and some beaver nugs.
Beaver nugs, and right back to work.
Right back to work.
I'm sorry, Texans. I know I've pooped on you before, Ryan. Don't take it too personally. I'm okay if you take it a little personally. Yeah. But the one time I've spent significant time in Texas, in Houston, a world-class city, people are like, "Oh, you got to go to Buc-ee's." Okay, I got to go to a gas station to have any fun around here.
You do.
Now, when we first moved to Clarksville, that was what people said about Walmart. So that's not saying too much.
Well, clearly Oak Grove has several entertainment options.
So, way more than Clarksville.
Yeah.
No, I will say I'm not offended by that, Grant, and here's the reason why is because Buc-ee's is new Texan. Like, it's not like it's been around. Like, people are like, oh, Buc-ee's is like the best thing about Texas. I'm like, when I moved to Clarksville in 2009, Buc-ee's didn't exist. Or if it did, it was very small. And then like 5, 6, 7 years later, people were like, oh, Buc-ee's this, Buc-ee's that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then when they finally, brought one up here, and I went to one in wherever, Middle Tennessee, I was like, this is okay. Like, I didn't get it, and I still don't get it. But
So to put it in other words, when you were younger, Buc-ee's nuggets hadn't dropped yet.
that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. But then now they've dropped.
Yeah.
They're dropping it like it's hot.
Yep. And they taste salty and sweet.
Hey, did you guys hear this news story? The scientist who discovered that mammals can breathe through their anuses received a Nobel Prize.
Mammals can breathe through their anus?
We're mammals.
Yes. So
Please don't try
apparently-
breathing through my anus.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing, but these Japanese scientists apparently proved that you can breathe through your anus.
I think we need to
And,
test that theory on the podcast.
Well, it just got me thinking, like, if you could breathe through any part of your body other than your mouth or your anus or nose, like, what part of your body would you like to breathe through?
My middle finger.
Just sticking it out for some fresh air.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if you could just breathe through your skin. That way, as long as a part of your skin is exposed to oxygen, you can breathe.
So you can, like, go underwater and stick your
Yeah,
arm
just
up
have like
over.
your hand out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the highest part? Your middle finger.
I'm just trying to figure out how this works. Like, is there a direct anus to lung connection?
How did they discover this?
Is there like a
The
story
story that's
open and
on,
like drawing air? Like,
CNN says live demonstrations to illustrate the experiments.
Looks like I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
And-
it is a
get ready for
it
your
is a CNN story.
accountability software. To catch
See,
this.
So yeah,
I also don't understand.
the
That
picture
even if it
great.
is
Has this
true-
Japanese guy looks like he's blowing up balloons through his butt.
See, maybe he's just
I
farting.
have in his hand. Is it a pump?
Yeah,
It's like a basketball pump kind of thing.
Yeah, that is what it looks like. So maybe they're cheating.
It's like he's using an air bidet.
Maybe you have to like
Yeah.
pump the air in. Like, you can't like breathe, but like you can like.
That's called
Get there.
farting. What are we talking about?
No. He's saying pumping it in.
Yeah. It's
See,
gotta travel
okay.
the other way.
Even if that existed, even if you could, use the oxygen that you kind of suck through your butt to breathe, is that a worthwhile discovery enough to cause peace?
Noble piece.
Hey, at least it's a distraction from everything
Yeah.
else. So that's
I mean, honestly, just everyone talking about that discovery, I'm sure caused peace where everyone was just like
Yeah.
curious and
For a moment,
like
I mean,
dropped all
the
and
Democrats
all their
and Republicans
differences. Yeah.
could both come together and be like,
it's the one
what?
thing we can agree on is that this is
So-
weird.
Does that mean that
Makes total sense. The Japanese
a-hole? So is a-hole no longer a pejorative?
Yeah.
Is that a compliment now?
reclaimed it.
Actually, did you guys know about the Nobel guy? Do you know what he invented?
No.
And you could check me on this one, but I'm say what?
The guy that Nobel
That's named after.
is named after.
Yeah. He invented dynamite,
Oh, really?
and he didn't want his legacy to be creating this thing that like destroyed everyone. So in his
Prize.
he just left this huge endowment to award peace prizes. But it's beautiful. I mean, no one remembers him for killing people.
Yeah,
they remember him for his
anus
peace prize.
breathing.
His name will forever.
There's
be
other
remembered.
Nobel prizes. You can win more than just the prize for peace. You can
Yeah.
win, like,
For war.
physics, literature,
Yeah.
all kinds of
Stupid
stuff.
human tricks.
Didn't Obama win a Nobel Prize?
I think he won the
I think
Nobel
so.
Peace Prize,
Yeah.
which is interesting. just by being elected, he won the Nobel Peace Prize, which I always thought was a odd turn of events.
I think that's the real reason we're taking a break from the podcast is because we don't know what's going to be happening at the turn of the year.
Honestly,
our election
mid-November,
set off.
World could end. It's
yes.
We might have to take this underground.
Yeah,
sure. Run it off a generator.
Does it feel that serious down there? Like a lot of people talking about it?
Everybody's talking about the end of the world.
It's that serious every time I log on to Facebook for some reason.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like no one really talks about it out here.
I'm not around people that are freaking out about it. But I know just in general, I mean, mainly off social media, that people are saying it's the most important election ever. And we got to get this right.
Yeah, I feel like they say that about every election.
Yeah.
It's kind of starting to lose meaning for me.
I heard Billie Eilish say it yesterday that this is the most important election of your life.
Oh, well, that's easy for her to say.
Yeah.
Probably the first election she's ever voted in.
Yeah. Is she even 18?
She actually looked like a normal person in that video.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she was like, like normal colored hair, no make, like just regular make. She was sitting there with, I guess, her brother. And
anybody else think there's something weird going on there?
No.
Never mind.
That one.
Billy and the ginger brother.
Yeah.
I really don't care what William Eyelash has to say about who's in a White House. I mean, her parents bought her a career, essentially.
I did see a thing where somebody was talking about, so like her brother has a girlfriend that looks almost exactly like her. And somebody was like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that is a little bit odd. I don't keep up with Billie Eilish enough to really know.
Well, and Swiftie endorsed Kamala as well.
Yeah.
And I said it's the most important.
And some people are very upset about that.
Yeah.
And people that already did not like Taylor Swift, so I don't really understand.
There was a statement so that somebody put out saying, she endorsed Kamala, and you maybe shouldn't take the endorsement of someone whose 90% of their songs is about bad decisions, or something when it comes to people. And then there was a person on Facebook that I saw that was a previous student of ours that was like fact checking that meme. Like it's not 90% of her songs. It's like
it's only 83%.
I know, like you're not really helping the case that
Ryan, you did the math?
I did. Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows.
Well, the real controversy is Brittany Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' wife, is apparently a Trump fan. So now you've got some bad blood going on in the
which is also a Taylor Swift song.
That's right. About bad decisions.
Yep.
I hope something goes down like in the middle of the game.
I do too.
The press box with them.
I just hope there's a brawl and somebody falls out of the
I love the attention that like that whole thing got in the media last year with her dating Travis Kelce, and then now with that, like they're like, oh, like look at her, she's with Patrick and Travis, but Brittany's nowhere to be found, and everybody's like trying to make assumptions on what's going on with their relationship. I find it all really hilarious that our media has that much time on their hands.
And the Chiefs just keep getting bailed out by the refs and winning games.
Yeah, well, it's working out for my fantasy team.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the most important thing that Travis Kelce is doing right now is filming Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
So.
No, he's going to ruin it by being in it.
Very possible.
I wonder if they asked him to be in it just with the hope that Taylor would make an appearance.
Maybe a cameo.
Yeah. Because I think Jason is funnier. Jason
No,
Kelce.
yeah. He definitely
He's
is.
the funnier Kelce.
I think there's more funny people who don't play football. Why do they have to be? Snoop Dogg's not an Olympian. Why do we watch him all summer? Get him out of there. I hate crossovers.
You gotta love these goofy cameos.
Man, I was all over some Snoop Dogg.
I don't know. I love Snoop Dogg in the 2020 Olympics, where it was like him and Kevin Hart had like a show where they like did their own Olympics commentary. Yeah. That was one of the funniest parts of the 2020 Olympics for me.
Well, I know we don't want to get into a lot of details about this, but I feel like we should just mention Diddy for a second. Because we were talking about that earlier, and somebody brought up that they found like all these bottles.
They confiscated 1,000 bottles of baby
Of
oil,
baby oil.
from his house.
And I was just
Which
thinking,
made you ask the question, did he?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Were they for Nick Cannon's kids? One each.
Yeah, right.
At camp we used to do the super slip and slide. I forget what we called it. But we
Ultimate
had
bacon.
Huge, slip and slide we made with tarps.
Oh yeah.
And at one point we were using baby oil, and we had to buy out Walmart. And youth ministry shopping lists are weird, anyways. But when you're pushing a cart through, you and another guy loaded up with baby oil.
Could you imagine if
awkward.
this story happened before that, and then you were going to buy a bunch of baby oil for a slip and slide? The person checking you out is like looking at you real
I
funny.
believe the timing. Hey, we're just going to hang out with a bunch of kids.
Has nothing to do with Diddy.
And they're like,
Yeah, and then you got like other weird stuff like sardines and like rubber gloves.
oh my
Just
gosh,
bizarre.
yeah,
There's some weird things.
it's like rope, duct tape. They're like, what are you doing?
Bunch of pool
All right.
noodles.
We're going to a camp.
Hanging out with a bunch of kids for a
Going
week.
out to the woods with some kids. Oh,
It's amazing there weren't more like legal waivers that had to be signed for kids going to camp.
I mean, you couldn't do that now. No youth pastor can walk out of a store with that type of thing and there not be questions.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
FBI would show up.
Now you gotta
As soon as you
send
walk
like
outside.
multiple youth parents and stuff like that to go pick up stuff for you.
Yeah. Yeah, because you couldn't even just break it down into multiple trips, because then they're tracking.
Right, exactly. You gotta send other people.
Kind
out
of like
there.
you're buying parts for a bomb or something.
Right, yeah.
Did I send you guys the? I don't know if it was a youth pastor preaching or not, and now I don't remember if I sent this to you guys. I don't think I did. There's this guy preaching, and he makes a big mistake in one of the words that he says, and I'm going to try to find the video and just see if I can play it here on air.
It's not about pitching tents, right?
No, but it is very close to that.
Is it like the pastor talking about stewardship?
No, it's not that.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about there? Assets?
Yes. Okay. I found this. Let's just see here.
Just getting this image of the throne room of God, that the elders are castrating themselves in front of the Lord. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful picture.
Is it a beautiful picture?
He just keeps going, talking about it's a beautiful picture. Like instead of correcting himself.
It's like a terrible scene right there.
I felt like he laughed when he caught himself
He
saying
did.
it, and then just kept going. He was like, you know what? I'm already here.
It's like at least stop and correct yourself.
Oh
But,
man,
yeah, he just kept going. Like they know what I'm talking about. Oh,
somebody in the
He
crowd.
might have corrected and said
What?
prostating.
that would have been even better.
I feel like the elders of that church were like, "Do you want us to do what now?" I'm not doing that.
Wait, you mean to tell me?
Oh, I do love good clips of pastors.
Oh yeah, that's why you got to be careful when you let
weekend.
the youth pastor preach, because
That's
you never
true.
know what's going to happen.
Well, there was a pastor, I saw one of the videos recently. It may have happened this past Easter, because it was just recent, that he was talking about the resurrection of Jesus.
Ooh,
Mm.
And he left off the res.
can't forget the Riz.
That's what happens.
So, what's this podcast going to be about? We're 43 minutes in.
I was about to say we're
43
about
minutes.
43 minutes in, and we've not talked about it.
Grant, you have a dad joke?
On the count of 3, everyone say the name of their least favorite cast member. 1, 2, 3.
Me.
I was like, what show are you talking about?
I was like, a Friends? I don't know.
Phoebe.
All
your
of
mom.
them.
Oh, your mom, probably.
I was thinking back about like favorite moments or times from this year at least of doing the podcast. And I'm still just very, very grateful that Josh doesn't have Alzheimer's. That's my overwhelming thought. It was so nice hearing that Josh didn't have Alzheimer's.
I just love that you told people in your church and like prayer groups and stuff.
I did.
Everyone has Alzheimer's.
With some of them I haven't corrected them because that same day I learned that we had a guy that had cancer. He actually died today. This morning. So it's one of those, like, it's important, but my buddy Josh, who lives halfway across the country, is you won't care unless he comes out to visit. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so Josh, you're going out Grant's Way.
Well,
at some point,
it's being
right?
Yeah, that was a plan, right?
Okay.
So,
When in the spring are you going?
I don't know. Are you going?
I am.
When in the
Yes.
spring? Are you going?
I think the second week of April.
That might be a good time to go.
So,
Yeah, it's pretty nice that time.
Since we're doing this place for my mom, like, we just kind of had to hit pause on that time wise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Josh, what are you building? Is that going to be an ADU for your mom in your backyard?
So it's actually where we're converting our garage into a living room, kitchen kind of place, and then on the side of our house, there will be an addition that runs down the side of our house where the garage is, and you can enter in and out through the garage wall. But there'll be technically not a bedroom, but a place that is a room that could maybe have a bed in it. And a bathroom and patio, porch, just trying to make it a nice place for her. So yeah, they dug a big hole in my yard. So something's got to happen now.
Yeah. Either that or a swimming pool.
Your neighbors are very disappointed.
Be a waiting pool.
Yeah.
They're putting in a pool. Wait, a grandmother? Hey, what was that comedian who had all the one-liners? Like, his whole act was just one-liners. Mitch Hedberg. Remember what he said about bedrooms? He's like, my house has 2 bedrooms, but it's really up to me how many bedrooms it has, right? Like, this bedroom has a kitchen in it. This bedroom has a toilet in it.
Exactly.
That is a good question. At what point does a bedroom become a bedroom? Is it when the bed is in there, or do you just assign
because
a
it
name
could
to it?
be like we're in what would technically be called a bedroom, but
We're in the bedroom.
We podcast.
Where all the magic happens.
Yeah.
There's a nice shaggy rug too.
There it is.
What do you do on that rug?
Wasn't wearing pants earlier.
Hey, what is it? The bedroom paradox? Are you familiar?
No.
When you buy a larger mattress, you have more bedroom, but less bedroom.
That's true.
Whoa.
Think about that. We'll see you in January. No, I'm just kidding.
And on that note,
Yeah. Anything else random we should talk about?
Grant was sort of getting us there, but I just want to say I've enjoyed doing this. If I'm going to get semi-serious for a second, but we've been doing it almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Really, which is just wild. But since I have been an Army chaplain, I am frequently moving. It's hard because as a chaplain, most of the time I am the only chaplain in my unit. And my position is one that it's hard to have like friends and people just to cut up with because of the position that I'm in. So moving back to Clarksville, being able to connect with you guys on this podcast. I have a guys group that I meet on Wednesday nights. God has really used that to, just to fulfill, I think, that need that that I know I needed of just friendship and just hanging out with guys. And so, I've loved the conversations, the jokes, all of that, and the serious discussions that we've had. But I think more than anything, just the friendship, the bond that we share is what I've enjoyed. And I think that's come through on the podcast, because I honestly think those that do listen, and we joke about our listenership, and I know there's more than just like 2 or 3, but those that I talk to that really listen, I think they sense that. And the podcasts that I enjoy are ones in which I can tell those who do it together, have a bond outside of just some professional working relationship. So,
and we got Tyler. I don't know how more bond you could become.
That's the best bond ever.
That's a tight bond.
But yeah, we talk about taking a break. I sincerely hope and pray that we get refreshed, get some good ideas, but we come back, because if anything, just to hang out as the 4 of us as guys and just enjoy this fellowship that we've had.
Yeah, and let's not lose touch with each other during the break.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, do you know fellowship in French?
No.
The bon homie.
Oh, yeah.
Bon homie.
Bon homie.
That's
We're a bunch of bon homies in here.
Bon homie.
Yeah, bon homie.
Did you learn that in Duolingo?
We.
I tried to do Duolingo before I went to Paris. Didn't help at all.
You were just like, we.
Yeah. I forget to say that. People would say something, and I'd be like, yeah, of course. And then I'd be like, oh, we. I'm late to keep correcting myself.
Yeah, I don't know a lot. I know we, and I know
I
2 French words.
So
did you say no hablo?
I actually did make that joke. I was talking about that, and we were doing something. I think we were in the metro station one day, and the thing to buy tickets wasn't working. And Thomas had a Metro card, so he was like, "Oh, this is so stupid." He was like, we're just gonna, commit fraud here." So he scanned it, and then me and Brendan just like walked right in behind him as the doors were still open after he scanned his Metro card. And I was like, it's fine. If we get caught by the police, I'll just tell them no habla.
No hablo Franco.
So I really hope this is recording, because I totally forgot to hit this button.
Well, it's recording on Riverside,
Okay.
but not on that. So
Yeah.
we'll see how
That's good.
we can still play with the balance.
Yeah. Sorry.
On it.
Should I hit it now or just
Nah, it doesn't matter now.
forget it?
We just won't have the silky smoothness of the Rode soundboard. I agree with what you said, Jeff, about the friendship.
Yeah.
And
100%.
yeah, because it's been good. It's been good to have you guys and know that we would hang out almost weekly and get to see each other, even if it was through video with Grant. It's good to see him. Good to see you often, buddy, as well, Mr. Dill. I've enjoyed having a place that is fun as well. I'm sure listeners would know, like, we have a blast doing this. It's fun for us. A lot of laughter and, just trying to think through ways to make other people laugh some. And we know if we're doing that, like, that brings us a lot of joy. So that's been encouraging and a good outlet, because I'm kind of corny. My wife doesn't appreciate it too much. So this, at least I can be with people that speak the same language I do when it comes to humor. But just some joy and laughter with y'all has been really, really good. And I look forward to more of it down the road.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Erica and I were asking each other last night when the last time we've had fast food as a family. And we genuinely could not think of the last time we had fast food other than me eating French fries with you guys on the show.
I've had fast food like 5 times this week.
When I got back from Paris, I was like, I'm eating McDonald's. I'm eating Taco Bell.
Just hitting them on the way home from Nashville.
Airport. Got to do it.
I got drinks with ice in it. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
I hate ice.
I did have to deal with unsweet tea in Colorado. That was frustrating.
Oh, it's terrible.
Did you shave your armpits? I mean, not shave your armpits when you got back?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
It was in solidarity with the people of Paris.
That's good.
Not because I
Not
never
shaving them. So you didn't shave them when you were there in solidarity with.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got back and I just kept it going.
Yeah.
Um,
And on that note,
no, I was gonna say also that I the same as you guys, I really enjoy the kind of friendship and brotherhood that we have on this podcast, but also I do enjoy a lot of the discussion that we have, and I think we've had some good stuff even over this last year, but definitely over the entire life that we've been doing the podcast, and definitely look forward to getting back to more of that when we kick back in. Hopefully we can come back refreshed and have a good outlook for our listeners. But I'm definitely excited for that.
Ready to tackle some good topics,
Oh yeah.
especially if the world is coming to an end.
yeah, I'm sure we'll have lots of content.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter who wins the election. We're going to have stuff to talk about.
So if the end times does start, I think we need to start the podcast up,
just go ahead and start it back
just
up.
giving a live commentary of that. I think people really want that from
I
us.
think so. That's the comedic relief. We'll provide the comedic relief for the Armageddon.
And the Jesus jukes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The pagers.
The what?
The Hezbollah pagers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still not
Who knew?
sure what
Yeah.
is happening with that story.
So apparently,
That's what happens when you don't have an iPhone.
yeah.
Pager.
Jesus Juke.
Apparently they were getting pagers from some other bad people, but Israel made a way to intercept it and put little bits of magnesium, I don't know, something that would explode.
Some way to make them explode.
in
Yeah.
each of them,
Gotcha.
and then was able to
Page them.
make it all page them.
Which is just the weirdest, I don't know if you call that a warfare
Yeah.
story or something like that, but it's so interesting that that's where we are technology wise.
What do they do with pagers?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the real question.
Yeah.
Why are they walking around with pagers?
I mean, were they? I think they were cool. I mean, because late '90s, if you had a pager, it was a pretty big deal.
Thank goodness Israel wasn't around doing that in the late 90s because it could've done
And are
some
these
damage.
It's a problem for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Are these the pagers that can only receive numbers, or can they receive a text message? Because I'm just wondering what the message is when they.
-1.
That's a good one.
Have you seen the meme where it's where you buy an alarm clock? The one I saw was from Afghanistan. And the first scene was 9 o'clock, and then it was 8:59.
Yeah. Yeah. When you buy a clock made in Iran or Iran,
Yeah.
however you say it.
Yeah. Iran.
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 Well, we're. I hope we haven't picked off any Middle Eastern terrorist.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's our demographic.
I'm sure that we did. If we did, it was way before. We started
before
with
this,
that, yeah.
probably.
First time we mentioned Jesus, they probably didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
the fact
Very
that
good
we're
teacher.
Americans.
That could just be all it is.
That's right. They get more offended that we mention Jesus or Trump or Kamala or In-N-Out Burger.
Or did he? I mean,
Yeah.
Our Christmas episode.
Yeah, we're not going to have our white elephant. I had a good white elephant gift too. Man.
Maybe we could.
Maybe we should still do
We
a
could
white
just
elephant.
do a white elephant.
We could just put it on the socials.
Like a quick special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I need to order this.
We need to figure out
Somebody
who's got
needs to
who
open
then.
it.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that a couple weeks ago. That
Yeah.
I think
It was just
You
one of
already
those, your
found it.
Facebook sometimes just has weird ads for stuff. And most of the time it's why am I getting this? I need to get off my Facebook. But this was
This is
one
how
of
I
those.
found out I have
What is
hemorrhoids?
that? Oh, I'm ordering that as a gift for somebody.
It's it's going to come in handy at some point. I'll give it to someone. Well, whoever I get in the exchange, don't be surprised if I get you a pager.
From France.
Erica, could you open this for me?
Did you and Brenda have matching berets while you're there?
I kept telling her every time we were like in a place, like we were like the Louvre, and I was like, "Oh, look at that woman has a beret. Let's go get you a beret." We were walking around. I was like, "They're obviously like native Parisians.
Yeah.
Let's get you a beret so you can match them."
With your name stitched
And they're
on
like
them?
Asian women, like stuff like that. I'm like, no, they're not tourists. It was really funny though, like berets of any color, but all like neon type colors. So, like,
No
red,
green berets, right?
yellow,
Yeah.
It's
It's
there
kinda
was
like
some green,
cowboy
like lime
hats
green.
and boots here in Nashville.
No, yeah, exactly. You
pretty
walk
sure the
around
green
Nashville and
berets-
see people wearing boots,
Yeah.
especially like new boots that have like no
That they
creases
just
in them.
bought out of like a food truck.
Yeah.
That's
I love
kind of
when
like how
come
people
here
here are with weed,
Is that what they do there?
but they inhale.
I love when people come to Nashville.
Well,
and-
through which orifice?
They're
Because
Oh.
apparently
through your butt.
yours, not theirs.
Oh.
I love when people come to Nashville and buy new cowboy boots because they're in Nashville and they're walking around in them and they don't realize that new boots have to be broken in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then by the end of
And
their trip,
like-
they're just like,
Callous.
you see them like hobbling around the miserable streets. Yeah.
Well, it's like anytime in Chicago, if you weren't running but saw somebody in running shoes, like they're a tourist. If they're in scrubs, they're not. But no one's just walking around, and they'd rather be uncomfortable but fashionable.
See, I'm all about embracing the tourist, and like I want to buy the "I Love NY" T-shirt and wear the beret, or whatever it is. Like, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
they can tell I'm not from there. I mean, just listen to me talk. Like, they're gonna know. I mean, the people. I think we've talked about this when I had my surgery in Milwaukee. The people there were like entertained by my southern accent. So
Accent.
Because they're from Wisconsin, don't you know?
I was happy I did get to visit the building where the opening part of the like opening ceremony to the Olympics was took place. They had like the headless Marie Antoinette singing. I went to that building and toured it. It
Oh,
was fun.
nice.
Yeah,
I wish they made her gurgling and like blood coming out.
they should have
Just like
more
Bastille
accurate.
Day. Yeah. Ugh.
good stuff.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have gone an hour.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. I think
And we've not talked
I think
about
David
anything.
is going to be very pleased with this episode, except for the fact that we're announcing that we're going on hiatus.
There are so many Easter eggs that we have purposely littered throughout this episode, David, that you need to go back and listen to this for like the next 3 months.
Oh yeah.
Tell us when you find them.
Well, and I do want to tell any listeners, other than David, but David also, if you feel like you're missing us and want to, you're not getting your fix of the Dudefax, just go back to the beginning, start over.
That's right. Episode
I don't even
1.
remember what we talked about in those earlier
Yeah, I
episodes.
might do that.
I might I need to do that just to
Episode 1,
refamiliarize
we
myself.
talked about Starbucks
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and something else. But the memorable thing about that is it starts and there's like 3 seconds of silence. And then Grant's just like, hi.
Yes.
like 3 seconds of silence. We could have edited out,
Yeah,
but
we
we
could
just
have,
didn't.
but we didn't.
And who knows? Maybe we'll pop up with little dollops here and there.
Yeah, you never know.
We'll see.
Drop a dollop on your bathroom floor.
Maybe some media thing will happen, and we need to talk
Yeah.
about it for a minute.
We're about to have 2 moons. Some
moons?
asteroid is
Who's?
going to be flying around Earth for the next 2 months. So,
I'm
maybe
all
that
about
will
new
turn into
moons,
something.
so.
Yeah. Ryan is about
New moons. Can you breathe through them?
We'll find out.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you can breathe through Uranus.
Bag of wolves.
All right. Well, I say on that note,
That's
talking about Uranuses and bag of rolls. Because those are two
Hey,
big themes
got you
that
covered.
go through our podcast.
It really is. Tying themes.
Yeah.
And just tie all our episodes together.
That's the thread. All right.
Dang picklewood.
That's, yep. Yeah, I was looking if there were any here that we would have to.
Yeah, we got to get some because we're not going to play some of these. They
Yeah.
spanked my bears.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
It's time for comments.
All right, Ryan, what you got?
What? That's what I got.
We should just end just pushing all the buttons.
Just let them play at the same time.
Went too far, crossed the line.
Man.
That does sum it up.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, we love you guys, and
Yeah.
we will see you
We will
soon.
Be back.
Dude,
See you
facts
around.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't shed too many tears. Papa's coming home in 3 months.
Hi.